பட போச்சே.
ஹாய்டா.
ஹாய்.
ஒரு ஆளை காணோம், அதுக்கு முன்னுக்கு ஹாய்டா. இந்த வாரம் எபிசோட் கொஞ்சம் நல்லா இருக்கும்னு நானும் நம்புறேன். நீ என்ன நினைக்கிற?
நோ கமெண்ட்ஸ்.
எஸ், அந்த இன்செப்ஷன் வழியில ஒன்னும் சொல்லாம, அந்த ஸ்னோட்டிங் இல்லாம, அந்த சீரியஸ் ஃபேஸ் இல்லாம இன்னைக்கு எபிசோட் கொஞ்சம் மங்களகரமா இருக்க போது.
அந்த அந்த பிரெயின் ஃபாட் மூமெண்ட்ஸ், பிரெயின் ஃபாட் இல்ல, அதுக்கு பேர் என்ன, அந்த அதான் நீ சொன்னிய இன்செப்ஷன் மூமெண்ட்ஸ், அந்த
மைண்ட் ஃபக் மூமெண்ட்ஸ்.
மைண்ட் ஃபக் மூமெண்ட்ஸ் எக்ஸாக்ட்லி.
இன்னொன்னு மெயின் திங், போன வாரம் அந்த செட் டாபிக் சொன்னோன்னே இந்த வாரம் காணா போனது யாருன்னு சொல்லல இவ்வளவு நேரமா, விச் இஸ் யுவா. யாரை காணும் நம்ம சொல்லவே இல்லை.
ஆமா, அவன் பிஸியா இருக்கான். அவன்
பிஸியா இருக்கான்னு ரெண்டாவது வர சொல்றேன்.
அடல்ட்டிங் ஸ்டஃப்.
It's right. Yuva is busy doing adulting stuff da. Adults. What adults usually do da. But yeah, இந்த வாரம் நம்ம டாபிக் என்ன பேச போறோம்னா, adultingனு முதல்ல ஒரு ஹிண்ட் கொடுத்தோம். இங்க வந்து இந்த வாரம் வந்து யுவா இங்க இல்ல, because you know he's
running some errands.
Yeah, he's got stuff to do. Yeah. He's adulting basically. So that's what we're going to talk about. What makes you an adult?
What defines an adult?
Why are you even an adult? So Sharif, my question to you.
Yes, are you even a tata?
Are you even an adult?
I am more adult than the both of you.
Yeah, you are a Kelvin.
I am the.
So Jawad, are you an adult?
வயசு பட்டு சொன்னா definitely adult. ஆனா
the rest all I think just haven't even arrived at puberty yet.
I think I am an adult also. So let's actually explore that topic first. Sharif, why do you consider yourself to be an adult?
Because I fit the general definition of an adult.
So what is the general definition of adult?
So Google போட்டு பாக்கும்போது adultோட definition வந்து a person who is fully grown or developed.
So Jawad, what makes you an adult? I know Sharif is no more an adult.
Yeah, definitely. மூளை வளரலையே.
So இங்க ரெண்டு எரும மாடு இருக்காங்க. So I think they really fit the definition of the adult. Overfit the definition of an adult.
I know da. We are always over exceeding expectations, you see. Jawad, what makes you an adult?
A responsibility. The responsibility you change when you are a teenager. The part and parcel of growing. வளர நம்மட பொறுப்புகள் அதிகமாக that defines you like as a person. But what defines you as an adult is when you reach a certain point of stage. ஒரு வயசுக்கு அப்புறம் உன்னோட பேரண்ட்ஸே வந்து உன்னை வந்து like they will not question you too much. அந்த கைடன்ஸ் வந்து இருக்கும், but there won't be a barrier to that. Like when you are young, there will be like a barrier, like இந்த மாதிரி தான் வளரணும், இந்த மாதிரி தான் செய்யணும், like that. And when you're after certain age, right, it becomes more like a guidance where they communicate with you. They come to you and like, ஏன் இந்த மாதிரி நீ செய்யற, இப்படி செஞ்சா நல்லா இருக்கும். It becomes more like a advice than, oh, you must do this. And mentally you realize that, okay, நம்மளுக்கு maybe why our parents talking இந்த மாதிரி பேசுறாங்கன்னு நீ யோசிக்கும் போது, then you realize, no, oh, நம்மளுக்கு கொஞ்சம் வயசாயிருச்சு, they starting to see that. I mean,
good and bad way lah.
Good and bad way. So அந்த மாதிரி பார்க்கும்போது then you realize like, oh, okay, அப்ப then you yourself are mentally prepared. Okay, now ஒண்ணுமே நான் வந்து என்ன செஞ்சாலும் I need to take responsibility for whatever I do. And as you grow old also, this is something which I need to put it up in here. Your allowance your parents give you. சின்ன பையன் இருக்கிறச்ச கேன்டீன் அலவன்ஸ் வந்து எனக்கு பிரைமரி ஸ்கூல்ல வந்து 150. அப்புறமேல I think
150 a day.
150 a day.
Okay.
Primary 1 to P4. Then after that become $2. Secondary school போனா 5 வெள்ளி ஆனிச்சு. அப்ப 5 வெள்ளி பார்த்தா சந்தோஷம் அப்படியே. ஆனா then after that become $10 because one day உன்னோட கிளாஸ் வந்து 6 மணி வரைக்கும் இருக்கும். Then you hit your tertiary education where then when you hit your tertiary education, right, you yourself like feel like, okay, உனக்கு நிறைய செலவு வரும். Like because when you go tertiary, right, என்னைய பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் when you're in secondary school and primary school, that's the best life. One is you are carefree. Two is because you have uniform.
Okay.
because நீ யூனிஃபார்ம் போட்டுட்டு போனா தினமும் அது 5 நாளைக்கு அதே தான் போட்டு போறேன். In between got PE also they give you dry fit. இதே நீ tertiary education போகும்போது you need to wear clothes like your own clothes. And when you're wearing your home clothes, right, there hits a point where you cannot wear the same clothes unless you're a butterfly. You can wear the same t-shirt all the time.
Consistency da.
Yes. So அதுலயே உனக்கு வந்து ஒரு செலவு வரும். லைக் வளர உன்னோட செலவு எல்லாம் மாறிக்கிட்டே இருக்கும் போதே then you hit a point where you finish your NS. சிங்கப்பூர்ல வந்து அது நேஷனல் what do you call national service, அது எப்படி சொல்ல, நம்மளோட ரிக்வயர்மெண்ட் ஆர்மி இல்லாட்டி போலீஸ் இல்ல தேசிய சேவை இருக்கிறதுக்கு அது முடிஞ்சோன்னா you realize in national service is where you fully realize that they give you money, they pay you, and then your parents are slowly letting you to have your own expenditure. Then you have to pay for your own systems, your own whatever. Then like நீ வந்து NS போறதுக்கு முன்னாடி நீ உனக்கு ஜாமான் வாங்கணும்னா you're more like you're safe and buy, and in between your parents are giving you money. NS, right, it's more like your money. You are allocating how much you're going to spend, at the same time you are allocating the savings also. Then that period transition to a food alert, right, your money monetary value also jumps. Like one of the bills or handphone bills, whatever your parents did for you for like 21 years of their life, they are slowly pushing it to you. And I feel this is also a part and puzzle of growing up. It is also a definition of an adult, because you are taking all of this and putting it to yourself.
Barav, did you just understand what Jawahar said?
No,
I also don't understand. Okay, so for the sake of the conversation,
no, I understand. You know, I'll tell you. Chala, கேட்டது ஒரு one line answer.
ஆமா, one line answer.
புராண கதை கொடுத்தா பாரு.
நீ நல்லா கதை விட்றா.
டேய், கதை விடலடா, உண்மையை சொன்னேன்டா.
நான் என்ன கேட்டேன் மச்சான், why makes it, why do you think you're a adult னு கேட்டேன். அதுக்கு ஒண்ணாம்பது 10 வருஷம் சேலஞ்ச் சொன்னா.
I'm giving you all the definition of an adult. At the same time, why do I definition? Fuck. Okay, I need to put it out there.
Okay. So for in the podcast or the sake ஆக the definition of adult is you're old enough to take care of your own shit. Can you agree with that definition?
No, wait. Okay. Let me put out there why I think what makes me feel like an adult. நீங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் சொன்னது, fully develop and grow, and that goes without saying. But responsibility is the key part. Not only responsibility, ஆனா நம்மள வந்து mentality. The mentality you come in with as well. Like how you approach a problem. How you approach how you derive to solutions. அது வந்து the key driver for that is the responsibilities you have in life.
Responsibility மற்றும் accountability. நீ தப்பு செஞ்சா நீயே ஒத்துக்கணும் அந்த தப்பு செய்யறத. That's part of being an adult.
That is normal one. It's already taught in like all your school education.
Thought, but whether do we apply it?
Whether people don't apply it.
Some I know people தப்பு பண்ணாக்கா they lie to get out of it. That is one.
No, I've seen, what is the most irritating thing? Those people who do the mistake but they don't want to accept it because of their own ego.
Yeah, that's another thing. That
is the most effed up
thing. And it's the part and parcel we see when we grow up. So another thing that to me is adulting, right? Less time, less friends. That is one more thing I noticed. Very less time. உனக்கு வந்து நீ ஒரு 10 விஷயம் பண்ணணும். செகண்டரி ஸ்கூல் பிரைமரி ஸ்கூலில் இருக்கிறப்ப நல்லா டைம் இருக்கும், கேம் விளாட்லாம், அது பண்ணலாம். பட் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் நிறைய பேர் இருப்பாங்க. ஆனால் இப்போ என்ன, நமக்குலாம் 28 வயசு 27 வயசு, ஷாருக் வந்து 35 வயசு. தென் சாரிடா சரி ஓகேடா ஒரு காக்ரோச் மாதிரி சிரிச்சுக்கிட்டு இருக்காங்க. சாரி
called zoo. You have to take one seal back to the zoo.
No, but yeah, in terms of like we have lesser time and lesser friends, in my opinion. And again, that comes with like Jawar ni sonna mari responsibilities. It comes with all that lah. So let's touch upon the responsibilities. நீ முதல்ல சொன்ன Jawar, உன்னோட அப்பா அம்மா வந்து they'll start not giving you problems but not giving you problems lah. They trust
Why
you more.
they would? Yeah.
They trust you more. So let's start with that. They trust you more. They let you be with your own freedom in that sense. How did you make use of that, or did that enable you to think that actually என்னது நான் ரொம்ப கொடுக்குறாங்களே freedom? What are your thoughts on that?
Actually, no, day. Because when I was growing up, right, my father was like very strict upon the time I go back. Then whenever I'm going, when I go out, right, he'll call me, and if it's past 8:30, right, he'll be like, எங்க இருக்க பார்த்தா ஏதாவது phone அடிக்குது. So somehow or other psychologically, it's in my head that even if once it touches 9 p.m,
You have to be home.
I feel like okay, time ஆயிடுச்சு வீட்டுக்கு போகணும். Like I don't know why, and the thing is, another thing also, right, I feel that sometimes even though it's like 12 o'clock and my father calls me at 12:31, right, I just feel like okay, he calling to ask where am I. So அந்த பயத்திலே I'm like blockல தான் இருக்கேன், but he don't care where எங்க இருக்கேன், he just want to know where am I. ஆனா அந்த அந்த mentality since I was growing up, right? So I'm like blockல இருக்கேன். Actually I'll be like very far away from Yishun.
I would say அது பெத்தவங்க மேல வச்சிருக்கிற மரியாதை. ஸோ இட்ஸ் லைக் ட்ரேட் ஆஃப்லாம். அவங்க உனக்கு அந்த ஃப்ரீடம் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, அதே சமயத்தில் நீ அதை அப்யூஸ் பண்ணாம உங்களுக்கு மரியாதை கொடுத்துட்டு இருக்க.
ஸோ இஸ் இட் ஃப்ரீ மரியாதை இல்லாட்டி பயமா?
I think I respect them a lot.
மரியாதை.
It's not a scared thing because I don't care because I never do anything wrong.
பயம்னா பிள்ளை வெளியே போக மாட்டான்.
Yes.
ஆனா பயம்னா அவங்க அப்பா அம்மா என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, பட்டர்ஃப்ளை வச்சு வெளியே அவன் ரூமுக்கு வெளியே வச்சிருவாங்க.
வாம இல்ல ஜவர் ரூம்ல பட்டர்ஃப்ளை
மூஞ்ச வச்சாலே நான் ஓடிடுவேன். இல்ல பட்டர்ஃப்ளை வேற.
நேர்களுக்கு தெரியலனா ஜவருக்கு பட்டர்ஃப்ளைனா பயம்.
வேதனைனா பயம்.
உனக்கு பட்டர்ஃப்ளைனா பயம்.
They look like a satanic creatures. That's not my fault.
They are beautiful creatures da.
They are disgusting. I would want to take a vacuum and vacuum all butterflies.
What? But Sharif, the point goes to you, when did you know about all these changes and how did you react to those changes?
Yeah, for me personally, right, I'll divide this into two segments. One before my national service. National service முன்னால whenever I used to go out, right, okay, என்னோட parents conservative இருப்பாங்க. So my parents expect me home, when I go out, right, they expect me home before 9 p.m 10 p.m. So அது அந்த டைம் லிமிட், அந்த கர்ஃப்யூ மேல நான் தாண்டினா ஒரு 5-10 மிஸ் ஃபோன் கால் வரும். ஸோ அது பார்த்துட்டு I get paranoid lah. So என்ன பண்ணேன்னா one day I just told my mother, okay mom, you trust me. So what happened na, I called my mother. I just told her respectfully, ma, I don't like this in the mari, like constantly miss call kodukradhu. I don't like this. I'll come back home on time or slightly after time, I'll let you know. So after that I started to realize, okay, என்னோட responsibility எடுக்கிறது is also my part of my duty. And from there I started to learn that okay, responsibility is not dependent on your parents expecting you when to come home, expecting you to do this this. Your responsibility is up to you, or there's no age limit for it. You can be as young as 13-14 and start to be responsible for your own actions.
Yep.
So NS ka aprom NS is important part of my life. ஏன்னா NS ஏன் தேசிய சேவை தருணத்துல my vocation, என்னோட வேலை இஸ் ஷிஃப்ட் ஜாப். ஸோ அடிக்கடி நைட் ஷிஃப்ட் மார்னிங் ஷிஃப்ட் போவேன். நைட் ஷிஃப்ட் I have to stay the whole night. From there, that's when I started the process of adulting. I started earning money. Plus police இருந்தேன். So police ஓட சம்பளம் they had a good pay package. So from there I began to save up. I began to save up for my studies. Began to pay my own telephone bill. Some of the house bills also I paid. I contributed to the house. So from then on, I started to be much more responsible for my expenses and also as my actions. Yes. What about you?
For me, honestly, it started when I screwed up my O-levels. That's when I realized so I didn't do very well in O-levels. இங்க வந்து சரியா ஞாபகம் இல்லை, but I know I only had 3 options. Nursing வந்து ஒன்று, I didn't want to kill anybody, and I forgot the other two. That's why I knew I was not into medical. எனக்கு ரத்தத்தை பார்த்தா பயம். So I didn't really have an option to go, so I went the private route. But then the responsibilities I took from there, you know, that sort of like, I wouldn't say matured me, but it was first steps to think like an adult. ஏன்னா அதை நான் O-level ஃபெயில் பண்ணிட்டேன்னு சொல்லிட்டு நான் அழுவலை. சரி, fail பண்ணல actually. I just didn't do well to get into the polytechnics in that sense.
Okay.
Yeah, so I thought about it rationally. What's the next step? So I think from then on, I think my father saw me as like, you know, he can make decisions. I still have that childish side in me, so I don't know whether I should define myself as an adult. In theory, yes, I'm an adult. I earn money, I pay the bills, yes. But and the trust factor and the responsibility is something was given to me at a very young age. And even due to unfortunate circumstances, so I had to do a lot of stuff on my own. On the episode, so yeah, in terms of that's what really changed me. Failing, you know, not doing well in O-levels sort of really changed me in that sense.
Bharav, நீ கொஞ்சம் முன்ன சொன்னேன்ல adulting, paying bills. Shari also keep saying that. Actually, one thing about adulting, right? If you ask anybody, right, the first thing they will always say is paying bills.
Yes.
Yeah. That is one thing I don't understand. No, adulting like paying bills, there's more other things, you know. Just because you pay bill doesn't mean you're an adult. Like நீ Bharav, நீ சொன்ன பத்தியா, maturity, responsibility, like people trust you in making decisions. I feel paying bills, these are the main kind of factors which really defines adulting before even you pay a bill.
No, I disagree, because bill கட்டுறது வந்து it's showing you that you are adult enough to take care of your own shit that you need for your own life. And it's not easy stuff to do, you know. It's not an easy thing to do.
I ask you another question. Think about this in another way. Imagine you are a young artist, right? Okay. I have seen artists who are young. Okay. Even Justin Bieber have said this in his Rose episode. What will happen to a teenager if we give him like $500,000 or 500? No, not even $500,000. A few millions. He go berserk.
Yeah, he will do whatever he wants to do with that.
He go berserk.
He will just.
Okay, so, but அப்படி நீ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அந்த விதத்தில் அவனுக்கு இருக்க காசுக்கு அவனோட பில்ஸ்லாம் அவனை தானே கட்டியிருப்பான். You think what people gonna pay?
No, see, Jawhar, I think you're giving two extreme example. So Justin Bieber வந்து he is one in tens of millions. அவன் சம்பாதிக்கிற காசுல வந்து I'm sure he has a manager to manage his.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and pay his bills, that's fine. But for us common people, we earn X amount of money, and the X amount of money maybe what 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. அதை வச்சு to pay our bills is not a simple task compared to what Justin Bieber does. So அதுலேருந்து I'm trying to say that for அந்த X amount of money இருக்குல்ல, for that
so நீ என்ன சொல்றேன்னா மாசம் வந்து பில் கட்டுறதே ஒரு ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டின்னு சொல்றீங்க. I agree, but I don't. What I'm trying to say is, it is not the main factor, you know. There are people who I know, who I have seen, right, who can monthly pay the bills without fail as a responsibility, but who don't meet the means of an adult.
No, but then
personally know.
But Jawar, இந்த கட்டத்துல என் கவுண்டர் ஆர்குமெண்ட் என்னன்னா, எஸ் அவங்க வந்து அது வந்து ஒரு மெயின் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி இல்லை. பேயிங் பில் இஸ் நாட் அ மெயின் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி. As a joke, we will say, oh, you got to pay bills, you got to do shit, you got to do it. But I don't think there is one main factor that makes you an adult. There are many factors that represents and I was very careful with the wording when I started this episode. Adulting. I didn't say adult. I was talking about adulting.
Yeah, correct. அதனால தான் நான் என்ன சொல்ல வரேன்னா, இந்த adultingனாலே people only think about one thing, paying your bills. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, நீ யோசிச்சு பாரு, நிறைய தடவை கேட்டிருக்கேன், இப்போ அடல்ட் ஆகிட்டே, அப்போ உன்னோட ஜாமான் நீ கட்டிக்கோ, உன்னோட இதை நீ பார்த்துக்கோ. I could hear a lot of things outside. But actually the fact, right, when people say that, there's more to it that you don't realize until you are in that.
It's not only bills, there's more to it. Like
that's what I'm trying to say. And the word use பண்ணிட்டு, but there's actually more into it.
bills
That's
is
where-
one of the
yeah.
factors lah. It definitely is an important factor. Paying your own shit.
Another factor to this, right, is midlife crisis, jobs, for example. Like you're at an age where you're doing well probably in a career, and then you may be 25 to 27, 25 to 28. அப்பதான் உனக்கு வேலை வந்து வேலை மாற்றணுமா? ஏன்னா அந்த ஒரு வயசு தாண்டினோடனே 17 வயசுல இருக்கிறவங்க வந்து they will start coming, they will graduate from university 2021. So they become your juniors. I'm just seeing this trend right now. Juniors, they will be coming in, they will be filling in spots in the market, in the economy, and it's going to be a real thing where you are in that spot. Like, if I change job, would it affect my career? Am I allowed to change a job? All these factors will jump in. Idanaale there may be a midlife crisis where considering a lot of factors around you as well, not only job, but are you ready to go for another interview? All these factors would come in my opinion.
But how is this adulting?
It is because at the age of 21, when I was in university, I was thinking about what biryani I should be eating. I wasn't thinking about what's going to be my career. I mean, I was thinking what's going to be my career, but அது வந்து நான் வந்து ஒரு சீரியஸ் நோக்கத்தோட பார்க்கல. ஏன்னா எனக்கு 21 வயசு தானே, ஐம் யங். பட் இப்போ வந்து நமக்கு வந்து 30 வயசு ஆக போகுது.
Actually, what you're trying to say is அந்த career அந்த வயசுல இருக்கும்போது நீ, like for example, right, I studied engineering and I know I'm going to be an engineer, but I just don't know what kind of engineer I'm going to be.
Exactly my point. So but yours is very niche, you see. So இப்போ வந்து என் படிப்பை பார்த்துக்க communications. Communication பல இது பண்ணலாம். So which step. So having that career aligned early, that plays a huge part. I don't know whether this makes sense with our conversation, but in terms of the broader perspective of adulting in that sense, I think one contributing factor to this is like, aligning your career early. That's also adulting.
True. When everything falls in line earlier, right? Earlier உனக்கு எல்லாம் கரெக்டாக இருந்தால் உன்னோட வாழ்க்கை இன்னும் ஸ்மூத்தாக இருக்கும், உன்னோட அடல்ட்டிங் வாழ்க்கை இன்னும் ஸ்மூத்தாக இருக்கும், உன்னோட ஃபைனான்ஷியல் ஸ்டேபிலிட்டிலேருந்து எல்லாமே ஸ்மூத்தாக இருக்கும்.
But that's very hard to actually sort of predict. ஏன்னா for example, the pandemic வந்துச்சு, restaurant owner, people may have at a young age, studied F&B, take a degree in F&B and like, I want to start a restaurant, I want to own a restaurant. I have had plenty of friends who started a restaurant. I know somebody who started a restaurant in Bali. Closed down. Couldn't make it because
aviation sector la kuda படிச்சவங்க.
Exactly.
My cousin who studied in aviation sector is now, you won't believe it. He has a degree in aviation. He couldn't land himself a job. Now he have a switch in career and he's in now F&B sector. He's now an assistant manager. He's an understudy.
So you see, that's the factors.
He's totally irrelevant to what he studied.
Making key decisions.
Life, bro. Yeah.
Making key decisions.
At the correct moment.
That's the word, key decisions. ஏன்னா 21 வயசுல 10 வயசுல நீ எடுக்கிற முடிவு வந்து இந்த லாலிபாப் வேணுமா அந்த லாலிபாப். I mean, not everybody is the same. I'm talking about my life. எனக்கு இந்த லாலிபாப் வேணுமா அந்த லாலிபாப் வேணுமா நான் யோசிச்சுட்டு இருப்பேன். 15 வயசுல வந்து ஃபுட்பால் போய் விளையாடுவா இல்லை படிக்கவா நான் யோசிச்சுட்டு இருப்பேன். 21 வயசுல வந்து இந்த பிரியாணி வேணுமா அந்த பிரியாணி வேணும்னு யோசிப்பேன். ஆனால் இப்போ வந்து I'm like, it's how decision making changes and what kind of decisions you make. There are more decisions to make. I think that is part and parcel of adulting.
Plus and the decision when it starts affecting people around you.
Exactly.
That is when the shit is the fan.
That's when decisions
affect other people around you.
Exactly.
Idan main factor for adulting, a big factor.
10 வயசுல இருந்து it will affect nobody but probably your teddy bear friend.
Yeah, correct. ஆனா let's say ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் உதாரணத்துக்கு வந்து சரி இந்த அடுத்த வருஷம் அந்த கரியர் ஸ்விட்ச் பண்ண போறேன். I'm going to enter into so and so industry. சரி, சம்பாதிக்கிற காசு வந்து கொஞ்சம் குறைச்சி சம்பாதிப்போம், just for my personal happiness. But then you realize, oh shit, I'm married, I need to support my family. Future வந்து kids வரும், and then I have to take all that into consideration and then make the decision. சரி, இந்த career choice வந்து இது சரியா தப்பா?
So it's like
situationக்கு
It's like Chandler taking leaving the job from Tulsa and going into advertising industry.
Okay.
It's if you didn't get the context, it's from
Friends. Yeah.
So making under decisions make பண்றது is critical, and I think that is part. I think that's a great series to show what adulting is, apart from a lot of scenes. But yeah, to me, I think that's a great series to show what really adulting is.
Can we do like a series where one episode when we give our advice how to successfully ace an interview, இன்னொன்னு வந்து how to avoid drama in your life, that kind of mini series. Why not we do that?
பண்ணலாம், ஆனா நம்ம பண்ண முடியாது. அதான்
we can teach from our mistakes da.
வேணாண்டா, ஒன்ன பாக்குறதே ஒரு பெரிய மிஸ்டேக் தான்டா. பட் நீ என்னமோ சொல்ல வரியா? என்னடா
டே, நீ ஒன்னு ரியலைஸ் பண்ணியா? இப்ப நம்ம அடல்ட்டிங்ல பேசும்போது there's one more thing we never cover.
What's that?
Mental health, which is also partly affecting our physical health.
Adulting, okay, so in the adult phase ku munnala வந்து do we really were we really concerned about our health?
I did take care of my health when I was younger. I used to actually
Is it? Okay.
I used to actually squat 130 kg.
Nice.
Now?
I can barely lift 20.
No, now the question is, can you
ரெண்டு
squat?
packet அளவுது பிரியாணி வாங்குனா அது ஸ்குவாட் பண்ணுவான்.
So I used to gym with my friend la. Then எனக்கு நல்ல ஞாபகம் இருக்கு, like there was the one time I know I crossed 120. So I was like putting the plate. Yeah, we used to practice it, like really squat. I'm pretty sure I did not do it properly. Like form wise, I'm pretty sure, but that's why I'm actually in pain right now. But other than that, I remember the 130 kg and the ponone, the feeling in this like show. And I remember I used to really take care. I'm quite big size lah. Even when I'm younger, I'm quite big size. But I was more active and I exercised a lot more. Football gym I used to do a lot more than what I'm doing now.
So covering mental health வந்து okay, யங்கா இருக்கிறப்போ we don't generally speaking we're not really concerned about the mental aspect.
I think it's not a matter of concern. I think it's a matter of
The pressure load.
The pressure is not there. Unaware, okay.
Yes.
One is unaware. Another thing is also the load of pressure. யங்கா இருக்கும்போது உன்னோட மெயின் ப்ரெஷர் என்ன? படிக்கிறது மட்டும் தானே?
படிக்கிறது. And also your friend most friend கூட பேச்சுக்கா. So after that you won't speak to him, and then you just set a bit, then after that's maximum.
Another thing is relationship.
Relationship.
These three main factors. But வயசாவ adult, there's more. Like you have to balance your house. இல்ல வீட்ல ஏதாச்சும் நடந்தாலும் ஒண்ணுதான் வந்து பேசுவாங்க. வேலையில ஒண்ணு நடந்தாலும் ஒரு ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி உனக்கு தான் வரும்.
When you get married, நீ வந்து ஒரு குடும்பத்தை ஆரம்பிக்கிற, அந்த குடும்பத்தை எப்படி காப்பாற்றணும், வீடு மூவ் பண்ற, வீடு எப்படி, how do you make sure everything is there, குழந்தை
செலக்ட் பண்றது, வீடு கிடைக்கிறது,
குழந்தை வந்து வரப்போகுது, you're just a new father, you're a new mother, how do you sustain that parenthood, how do you become a parent, how do you become a parent, but all
how
this
do you
first,
balance,
how do you balance life,
work life balance?
That too, but all these factors that comes in, and then Sharif வந்து தாத்தாவ போறான், அதுக்கு how do you sorry da,
wait
தாத்தா அவன் போறான்.
you will join me very soon.
No
very soon. The coffee all you do together. What about the coffee? You all will live.
இந்த கட்டத்துல நான் சொல்லணும், everyone here got a couple.
Couple.
You are all of you all have a couple, so I am only the single one.
You mean we all are a couple, not you all have a couple?
You all have a பொண்ணு பார்த்துட்டு இதெல்லாம் will finish the matter quickly da.
என்னடா finish the matter நீ பத்தி சொல்ற?
இல்ல பரத்தோட கல்யாணம் பத்தி பேசுறேன்.
கடைசில ஷரீஃப் மாமாவா கிட்ட போயாடா.
ஷரீஃப் எனக்கு ஒரு இதுல மச்சான் தான்டா.
No.
Oh yes, exactly. நான் ஒத்துக்கிறேன்.
மாமா இல்ல, சொந்த ஒரு சேம்.
Sorry, back to the point. Yeah, I mean, like I was mentioning, you all are the couple, so I'm probably going to be dying single. So that's the difference in that sense.
டே அப்படி சொன்னவங்க தான்டா நிறைய விஷயத்துல மாட்டி இருக்காங்க. நானும் ஒரு காலத்துல ஆணவத்துல ரொம்ப ஆடுனேன், சிங்கிளா இருக்கேன்.
மச்சான் நான் 27 வருஷமா சிங்கிள்டா.
டே அதே மாதிரி தான் நானும் சொல்லிக்கிட்டு அலைஞ்சேன்டா.
டே நீ பொய் சொல்லிட்டு அலைஞ்சேன், நான் உண்மையை சொல்லிட்டு அலைஞ்சேன்.
நானும் உண்மையை சொல்லிட்டு தான் அலைஞ்சேன்டா. ஷரீஃப் டிக்கெட் பாரு.
நீ எத்தனை வருஷம் சிங்கிள்?
அபவுட்
யோசிக்கிறேன். எத்தனை கேர்ள் ஃபிரெண்ட் வச்சிருந்தேன்? எத்தனை எப்ப பிரேக்கப்?
honestly right, கொஞ்ச நேரத்துல நான் மறந்துட்டேன். நான் பசங்க எப்ப மீட் பண்ணேன். ஓகே.
So you know you have to handle all these situations.
Actually இந்த மாதிரி பேசும்போது தான் ஷரீஃப் ஒன்னு I need to put it up. So Sharif, so now you're married. So what is the difference between you சிங்கிளா இருந்து உன் பேரண்ட்ஸ் கூட தங்கி இருக்கிறதும் இப்ப கல்யாணம் ஆகி உன் பேரண்ட்ஸ் கூட தங்கி இருக்கிறதும்?
How is that adulting process like?
Yes, how is the adulting, or what is the jump? Is there a very big jump? That's the first thing I want to know. Yes or no?
Okay, main difference வந்து okay, the moment you're married you have personally speaking வந்து more primary focus வந்து okay, how do I keep my wife how do I what's the word for it, how do I I don't say how do I keep my wife happy and all that lah. That's the wrong wording. How do I prioritize my wife? How do I support my wife as a breadwinner or a house or a husband? Other main priority.
Breadwinner, that's the thing.
Yes, that's your first priority. அதுக்கு மேல you also have the priority of சரி parents ஓட வீட்ல also தங்குறோம், எப்படி வந்து how do we lessen the load of our parents, don't burden our parents, at the same time எப்படி வீட்டுக்கு வந்து நீ contribute பண்ண போற, இதான் உன்னோட there's these two main focus. So you can't say ஒன்னு வந்து takes priority over the other because இந்த ரெண்டு responsibility வந்து is equally important to you. One responsibility is as a son, இன்னொரு responsibility is as a குடும்ப தலைவர் aka husband. And the challenge is you have to juggle these two by yourself, and at the same time வந்து இந்த ரெண்டு responsibility you cannot overlap each other. I'll give you example. You can't you have let's say you need to pay the house bill, at the same time you need to let's say focus on finding house. So okay, for நேயர்களுக்கு வந்து I'll give you a small context. இதுக்கு முன்னால Singapore வந்து it's very hard to find house because it's a small country and also in the real estate வந்து is ரொம்ப expensive. So the one of the only two ways that you can own a house is you have to get married first, and then after that you book a upcoming flat or you buy a second hand flat. So இப்போ வந்து the stage வந்து I'm currently settling currently in the stage வந்து I'm currently finding a house at this point in time lah. And okay lah, more or less I already set my sights on what house I want already. So you have to make sure உன்னோட financial wealth வந்து does not make this does not allow you to I'm not well equipped enough to pay the bills, but I'm okay to save up for my renovation for my future house next year. You cannot do like that. You have to maintain your expenses very strictly. So இதுல வந்து ஒரு sacrifice இருக்கு. The sacrifice is உன்னோட நீ சம்பாதிச்ச காசு வந்து whatever you use for enjoyment, partying, whatever shit, you have to cut down, or at the worst you have to completely sacrifice. From there, this is what I really call adulting lah. Putting other people oda interest before yours, before your own selfish interest. I'm not saying it's bad to be selfish. I also have my selfish interest. I want to own all the watch in the world. I want to own a new TV, new PS5 and all that. Yes, adukku vandu oru time and place irukku. But now you have to play your role as a son to your parents, and your parents are getting old, so you cannot depend on them. Forget depending on them. Now you have to take the charge, and also அவங்களுக்கு வந்து support கொடுக்கணும். At the same time, for your wife, as a spouse, you have to give her the time and support, and also you have to give அவங்களுக்கு வந்து you have to give them any financial support as well. yes, this is my big piece of advice for those newly married couple or those going to be married. Yes, guys. Thanks for asking me this question lah, because it's making me reflect on my responsibilities as well. Yeah, Bharat. Yeah, Jawar.
பாரு இப்போ நீ ஒன்னோட வாழ்க்கை எடுத்துக்கிட்டா நீ எப்போ பார்த்தா சொல்ல தரமா நீ வந்து சிங்கிள் இப்போ ஷாரிஃப் சொன்ன பத்தியா என்ஜாய்மெண்ட் sacrifice வந்து அவனால he had to do it more because he's now
You do it more. You don't.
Yeah, he do it.
For me,
He's not-
right now, I don't really cut it out because yes, I do have my time to enjoy myself.
but
I do
he
have
say he
past.
does it more.
Yeah.
அந்த விதத்தில் பார்த்தனா உனக்கு வந்து you are still single staying with your parents. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you agree to the factor that you will be a bit more lenient in sense of enjoyment? Do you agree to the fact that உனக்கு வந்து இன்னும் ஷாரிஃபை விட you'll be in a better place to enjoy because you have a bit more lesser worries about renovating a house?
No, I disagree.
Okay, why?
Because one thing that comes along with adulting, right, is something I've been going through in these recent months is someone to really talk to and open up. And I think that's what relationship does. Another part of adulting is, relationship, marriage in that sense.
Yeah.
And அந்த ஒரு ஆள் இருக்கிறது வந்து it's like taking off your burden. ஏன்னா in my opinion speaking to someone that you trust the most, speaking to someone that sort of like understands you not only as a friend but from a very intimate level, like I'm not talking about sex here, I'm talking about emotionally, where you can trust this person and they won't fuck you up, hopefully. That kind of connection, see, that is something special which I think not everybody will get, and therefore on the that responsibility, that moving and responsibility is not Sharif doing alone, right?
Yeah,
it's a shared responsibility. It's not Sharif that I must do this, but both sides are doing, and they're doing it together. So that's the beauty of adulting, in my opinion, where you're not doing it alone, you're doing it together with someone who's also facing a similar situation. Correct. Or who is going through something that Sharif would be going through. So in that aspect, I think it's beautiful that he's in a relationship. Yeah, I say single is good because there are benefits.
There are benefits, bro.
Single are there are benefits. I don't want to be waking up and then saying, "Yara, referencing to someone." I'm not saying who.
இன்னைக்கு வரைக்கும் நான் single people கிட்ட சொல்றது, I'll just say the same thing, like enjoy, because being single is a really beautiful thing as well. There's a thing in solitude where I think a lot of people don't take enough experiences and lessons from. So to be single is a really beautiful thing. When the time comes, you'll definitely find someone to share that responsibility to you, but don't rush it. I'm not telling this just to specifically to Bharat வந்து, I'm not இது பரதுக்கு மட்டும் இல்ல. I'm telling this to whoever, all my single friends out there. Don't rush it. It will come by itself.
Yeah. So So in my point is like there are perks and benefits in being single and being attached. I think there are more benefits in being attached, where that my health patti pesna, in terms of sparing that sort of like someone to talk to, in terms of like if you feel stress or something like that.
Okay.
Of course, நான் வந்து இப்போ எல்லாமே perfectனு சொல்ல. There are some who go through shit in their life with their partners, but I'm just saying in general, if you find the right person, it will be beautiful. So yeah, in that context, I think it's beautiful to be married lah. In that context, I share the responsibility of being an adult.
Okay, so coming back into the topic of health, before I wrap it up lah. இப்போ வந்து நீ adulting பண்ணும்போது you have to prioritize your health as well. Because one thing I forgot to mention is you younger இருக்கும்போது you actually don't really have to be worried about your health, generally speaking.
Yep.
ஆனா நீ grow பண்ண, you start to realize, okay, my example, my family has என்னோட family வந்து has a history of diabetics. Now I touched the 30-year-old mark already. So I have to start to be careful. Now கொஞ்சம் ஜாக்கிரதை இருக்கணும் in terms of what I eat and how I exercise and how I treat my body. This is also a big part of adulting. It's a small part. I mean, it's a big part, but a lot of people, I think, tend to overlook this aspect, which is taking care of your body. So don't forget that lah. Nearly. Yep.
With that, I hope we have given you a very insightful thought process into adulting, and you know what is adulting. Adulting நான் நம்ம perspectiveல இருந்து கொடுத்திருக்கோம். With that, we're going to go into more adulting stuff with வடகதைகள். So, Javir, start off with your vadakadara.
My vadakadai this week is very nice. I got myself a new speaker. I'm not say I bought lah. My father had a extra speaker in his office. Then he was like, "Do you want it?" And I got myself Huawei X sound.
Wall தோக்குது அதுவா?
No. அது வேற system. இது வேற system. So I got myself a Huawei Sound X. The thing about this speaker right? It is co-engineered by DVLA.
Okay, it's நேரத்துல தெரியலனா DVLA is a very big speaker brand.
Yeah.
Luxury line lah. Sort of
which
like
is my
Rolls-Royce,
hall speaker lah. FYI. So after it's like I call it alien speaker. So kind of happy with the sound system and it's very compact. In the size la da irukum. Then I put it on my table. So it's nice to watch Euro now. And another thing is, talking about this is, did anybody see the bloody freaking fucking goal by Czech Republic against Scotland?
I heard it was a very nice goal. Like it's a goal or tournament.
Was a fucking screamer day. I put my both hand on the head and I was like, what the fuck? Half line day. It was like just oof.
So he scored from the half line lah.
Yeah, he was solid.
Is it?
Solid. The goal was just too solid.
Nice.
Sharif?
என்னோட வடக்கதை வந்து ஓகே எல்லாரும் தெரியும் I play Call of Duty quite a lot. So one of the matches வந்து you tend to play with random people. You'll throw you with random people in a lobby. So I got into a lobby with a team with one American guy. பேரை மறந்து போச்சு his tech. And for the first time we actually I actually not for the first time. I mean I have lots of fun playing this game. I love the game. For the first time one day, we actually use good communication skills and also good good teamwork to actually get a win with randoms, which is actually a very rare thing to do lah. And I enjoyed myself thoroughly. You know, it's a nice play. It's a nice game to make friends with other people, other random people. So yeah, I'm pretty, it's very fulfilling when you get to meet new people. At the same time, you just instantly click with them. So it's really a wonderful thing. Yeah. And also, I have one more thing I want to share. இப்போதான் இன்னைக்கு வந்து I just wrapped up season 2 of The Family Man. நீங்க நேர்களை இப்போ வந்து நீங்க வந்து Family Man பார்க்கலன்னா you have to watch it. It's on Amazon Prime. It's an amazing series, really top series. Season 2 வந்து Samantha was acting in season 2. Top notch acting, really. Like I think she deserves an award for acting.
Tamil show.
Okay. So in the show, The Family Man is recorded in it's filmed in Hindi. So first season வந்து நிறைய ஹிந்தி பேசுவாங்க. Second season வந்து the story brings it to Chennai. So Hindi and Tamil you'll hear both and subtitle இருக்கும். So those who can't understand you can view it in subtitles. You have to watch it. It's amazing. And I can't wait for season 3. They already teased season 3. But
so முதல்ல பாட்காஸ்ட்ல வந்து நீங்க கேட்டிருப்பீங்க I was talking about how Chandler moved quit his job and try to move into something.
ஆமா.
So அதோட ரெஃபரன்ஸ் என்னன்னா I started watching Friends. And then I started like I think a week or a week and a half ago on Netflix. So I've just been binge watching everything. And now I'm at season 10 episode 3. And actually, I would have finished it earlier, to be very honest. But I have this problem where I just can't bear myself to watch the ending.
ஓகே அவ்வளவு அட்டாச்சா இருப்பேன்
அந்த சீரிஸ் முடிக்கிறதுக்கு எனக்கு மனசு வரல. லைக் லைக் பார்த்தது வந்து என்ன ஒரு வாரம் தான், ஆனா என்னமோ ஒரு லைக்
journey.
அது ஒரு journey, you know.
I remember I was watching it when I entered poly. Then after that, I was watching all the buzz and everything. When I finally reached the final season and the end, right, after I finished the ending episode, right, the last episode, I felt a void in my life.
To be honestly, I feel like crying. Like I really feel like crying. Like
it's like avladana.
It's like it's you know. I mean, to me, it's not the same. It's a very different feeling. Like
it's a different feeling. I want to say one thing about the Friends series. So சில Gen Z இருப்பாங்கல்ல, Gen Z வந்து I've seen the comments when they start to see Friends. Comments வந்து say what is so funny about this, I don't get this show. So நான் சொல்ற ரிப்ளை வந்து I'm not a Friends fan, but I love the Friends show, but I'm not a super fan or a fanatic anything. நான் சொல்றது என்னோட கவுண்டர் ரிப்ளை வந்து it's not meant to be a hilarious sitcom, not like Brooklyn 99. Brooklyn 99 is beautiful in its own way, but it's a journey with 6 friends. It's meant to one time to time you laugh, have a light chuckle, but it's a sort of journey to have to make you witness and avangaloda highs and lows in their life.
I've never felt like this watching any other series.
Exactly.
Movie பார்த்தா எனக்கு இந்த மாதிரி வரல. Exactly. Like series முடியுதா, okay முடியுதுன்னு நான் அப்படியே விட்டுட்டு போயிடுவேன். I really honestly feel like right now it's already it's like it's
Friends
you know the best thing about the whole series, right, in my opinion, is, you know what not, all of the 6 friends, right, only Phoebe got an outsider to enter the clique. The rest of them all
dated each other.
Yes, and because of that, and they never date like they dated one person and they stayed with the same person. Like Ross dated Rachel, Monica dated Chandler, and they stayed with the same person and they eventually marry the same person. But it's nice, you know why? Because they are in the same clique. Even after married, the clique is still the same.
Correct. Yeah.
And it's just a journey.
But trust me, the last episode, at the last moment,
shut the fuck up.
No, I just tell you, what they do will just give you a biggest void in your life. You will like, what the fuck? That's it. You just like, I'm lost. You'll feel fucking lost. Tell me once you finish the last episode.
I don't want to. I mean, not even watch the last. I don't want. You know, நான் வந்து எப்படி தெரியுமா, நான் வந்து இந்த இதை வந்து I could have watched when I was younger, but I didn't understand. Like, I remember நான் சில scenes பார்க்கறப்ப எனக்கு
same. I watched after a while.
எனக்கு ஒரு வயசு வந்தோன்னா then actually நான் இதை பார்த்துருக்கேன், but I don't remember.
The post withdrawal syndrome is very bad.
Is now இப்போ வந்து I'm looking at it. And this is part and parcel of adulting, I should say.
Yes. Watching your favorite series.
I was like, fuck. I mean, that's my vadagada. And that's the end of the episode, guys.
Yes, it's a good episode. Not a lot of things to be shared. I hope you all enjoyed the episode. So follow us on Spotify and look out for updates on Instagram and Facebook as well. So ithudan vidai peruvathu Sharif. Barav, you want to say anything? Barav? Okay. Great. Okay, guys. See you all.
படம் போச்சே.